I mean, I can't hear anything in the background of your side, so.
Okay, that's a miracle and a half. There's someone going me 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 in the next room.
Yeah, no, can't hear anything. It's like it's completely silent on your side, except for when you speak.
Oh my gosh, Nano's so loud. I don't know how you are not hearing anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Might
If
be
he bursts
your,
into this room, though, I will probably drop kick someone and maybe the microphone into his face.
I mean, so long as it's caught on recording. I still don't know what we're doing.
So yeah.
But that's okay.
I was about to say, yeah, whatever.
I guess
so
we're
here
just...
with players.
Oh, hey. Wow.
Let's not talk to them.
No, let's keep going. Anyway. Yeah, like, I briefly mentioned it in, like, the finale of Dex. But yeah, like, the main guy who was apparently, like, responsible, like, director or, like, one of the main developers of the game, like, passed away. And it was really sad to learn about. Because, like, problems aside, like, the game obviously had a lot of problems because it was an indie, like, a very ambitious indie RPG. And they tend to run into big issues. Like, Shadowrun has a whole lot of issues that I've caught on recording. Don't you guys worry.
I'm so sorry for this puzzle, by the way.
I don't know what we're even looking at right now.
I'll explain to you a bit later because it's way too much to take in. Continue.
Yeah, like, problems aside, I really enjoyed Dex, and I'm interested in seeing what that developer does next. Particularly, like, if they decide to keep on with, like, the sort of themes that they put into their first game, because and like gameplay and stuff, because I really like Cyberpunk and I really like RPGs, and I don't think that there are enough of either of enough of that particular combination right now. But yeah, it was really sad to learn that, like, one of the main people responsible for the freaking game just, like, passed away. Because it's like, oh, if they do go on to make more games, it's, you know, it might be pretty obvious where his hand was in making Dex, for better or for worse.
It would make it so awkward if the next game we put out is like a masterpiece.
Yeah. I mean, Dex wasn't bad. It was, you know, most of its issues lied with the combat. Like, the regular combat is very stiff. And then it has a, like, twin stick shooter. I can't see anything right now. That's why I'm just...
I was wondering when you were going to notice the fact.
No, it's... I wasn't going to point it out, but, like, the fact that I'm rambling on about a game that will have finished airing on the channel by the time this goes up.
Let's not.
It's like, I can't see anything, so whatever. I'm gonna keep talking about a game I've already talked about extensively because I played it for, you know, however long.
Alright, I'm gonna try to explain this puzzle to you.
Go for it.
We will not actually finish the pods for a while. Yeah.
Get rid of all those chats.
What happens is...
Okay.
It is this... I just need one more green circle thing.
Fantastic.
It is this remarkable puzzle. And I say remarkable, not with inverted quotes, as much as, like, giant flaming exclamation marks.
So it's using the type of meaning for the word
I missed such a humongous piece of something I should, like, have picked up by now.
What's
I'm
that?
sorry. Yeah, off the edge here on the right, like, there's a link to the Great Shaft. Which I totally mess up. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Olympics, oh dear. So what this puzzle is is this absurd time puzzle. Because that map I was looking at, what you have to do is at the bottom of each pod that we're going to look into, each of these 4 books links to a different pod.
Yep.
At the bottom of each pod is a number, so you have to find the number on the map, and you have to figure out.
And
what?
To interject quickly, this is using the Dunny number system, right?
Of course.
Yeah. All right. So to make it even more complicated for everybody, continue.
Okay, so like you have to find the number of the pod on the map, and then using another piece of paper found in the Bevan that tells about how Dunny time works, you have to figure out how long a day is, and then figure out how far apart the pods are in terms of time, because there's like coordinates on the map.
What?
Ooh, buttons. And then in this pod specifically, which is the second one or the third one, there's like rocks on the second level that you at a certain time of day. I'm sorry for these sounds.
I was gonna say
at a certain time of day. Yeah, let's turn those off.
But you just spent so much time turning them all on.
The light will like enter the pod in just the right angle to touch all 4 rocks, and then like a thing will happen. And then
so is this
huh?
Is this the pod that you spent like 5 hours just sitting in doing nothing?
Yes.
Too bad you didn't record that, eh?
No comment. So there's the number.
There's a number, yeah. I don't remember what the number system actually is, so I don't...
Without hurting myself, I want to say that is number 13. It's either 13 or 17. I think it's 13.
You didn't actually... Oh, hi. Why didn't you actually like put the number into that like name?
Because it doesn't matter. You just have to recognize the Dunny symbol of the number on the map.
Fair enough, I guess.
But yeah, so it's like nighttime. But like at a certain time of day, those 4 rocks there on the floor.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Light will stream through those holes and like hit them, and then something will happen. And then by knowing what time the other pods are in reference to this pod, you can figure out when that same thing will happen in those other 3 pods as well.
And this is all.
And then you just have to be present for it.
This is all in real time, right?
And it's not a 24-hour cycle. I think it's a 30-hour cycle.
That doesn't answer my question.
Yes. Except even worse, because like a real-time daily cycle would be once every 24 hours, but I think this thing runs on a 30-hour cycle because Dunny time.
Because of course it does. Wow.
So if you're wondering what the heck these are canonically, these are museums.
Sure. What?
And we'll see by far the best one in Myst 5, spoiler alert.
For what? Are they like museums in the same way that we reckon museums? Or are they like...
Kind of. Like, it's kind of like... So, there it is in the middle of the desert. So we know it's at that coordinate. Oh, gee. But, like, they are all museums. Like, this next one's more like a zoo.
Sure. Oh, well, that explains the, like, all the animal sounds, at least.
Yeah, this next one is more like a zoo. I think you can actually sometimes see a gorilla-esque thing go by. Or not this one. Maybe which one? The one after it? I don't know. Lol. This one's ice.
We are frozen.
We are frozen.
Can we see our breath if we exhale through our mouth?
This game was made in 2004, bruh.
I don't see.
It's not that fancy.
Man, this has had so many updates since then that I'm sure they could have. And plus, like, the Myst franchise is known for its graphical and like advancements and everything. I'm sure
until like Myst Online and Myst 5, yes.
Is Myst 5 not going to be a huge visual improvement over Myst 4?
No, in fact, it's going to be a significant downgrade because, like Myst Online, it's real-time 3D.
Oh, is it?
Although I think the thing they did with the faces was really cool.
Huh. Did they do the LA Noir thing?
Yeah, except it's kind of more stylish in a way that I quite like.
Hey, it's an X.
So that's 25.
I always see X's as 10. Like, I'm sorry, but Roman numerals trump dunny numerals.
10 is an arch on the bottom. Get used to it.
Except, okay, I can't even tell like what. Oh, hi fish! Wow, ooh, those are cool looking fish actually.
Fish
is. So I know that the number system works in a specific way, but can you like confuse yourself? Like if you don't have it memorized or whatever, if you don't have like the symbols memorized or whatever, can you confuse yourself by like looking at it from the wrong angle?
only for numbers 1 to 4. You might mistake those for 5, 10, 15, or 20.
Okay.
Otherwise, no, you would not be able to do that.
All right. But
even then, the numerals have like a longer top and bottom bar versus the sidebars. I don't know what my mouse is doing there. It's drunk. So if you use that as a reference, then that'll keep you steady.
Because people who was it Riven that the numerals were introduced in?
Yes.
Yeah, so people who like rewatch Riven or remember it might recall that the number system completely wrecked me. And I was basically a broken husk of a human being trying to understand the number system in that game.
Coward.
I eventually understood it after we had finished recording Riven and everything. Like, it did click in my mind, but it's been literally like 6 months, 7, 8, 9 months since then. And so I don't remember any of it anymore. How long has it been since when did Riven go up?
A while ago.
Like, that was before I started having like control of the channel.
A while ago. Oh, geez, it might have gone up a year ago.
No, not that long ago, because we only started doing this a year ago.
Right, yeah, no.
But yeah, I
recorded this before I recorded Myst, so
it's been a long time in the making, and now we're just kind of wandering around as per usual with Myst, not knowing what's going on or what we're doing or why we're doing it.
Sour grapes.
Yeah. What is what are we actually working towards again? Like as the final end goal of the game?
To get all the rocks. Every time you complete an age, you get a rock.
What are the rocks good
Completing
for?
that first part of the game gave me like a big rock. That's literally what it got me.
Yeah. I remember we had like the cryptic. We have all the cryptic messages from what's her name,
Yisha, yeah.
That are supposedly guiding us to how we. Okay, so yeah, like which angle are we actually supposed to look at that from?
This one.
Okay.
Tilt your head ever so slightly to the right.
So if you look at it from a different, like if you look at it from the opposite way, would it be?
It would be nonsense.
Yeah. So would that potentially screw somebody up from trying to figure out?
There is there is no other number that would resemble it from any other angle.
Okay. Are you charitable enough to believe that someone would be able to figure out that they took the picture of the number upside down?
Yeah. They could figure that out. They'd be like, oh, this sea is upside down. Well, whoops.
So we are in a like swamp-y area right now.
Yeah, this is the one where sometimes you can see a gorilla go by.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Well, not a gorilla, but like a gorilla-esque thing.
You can kind of hear it, too. Or, well, hear it, the sound that sounds like one a gorilla-esque creature would make. This is kind of making... I wish there were a new Transformers Beast Wars game. I'm sorry.
That's what Myst makes you think of?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like that's incredibly random, like, topic jump there, but that's like what this kind of jungly, swampy area kind of made me think of, and like the grunting from that last animal like recorder there, like it made me think of Transformers Beast Wars. And the reason for that is like the other reason for that is because I've also been playing a lot of the High Moon's Transformers games recently, the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Yeah. I don't know. Do you actually care about Transformers in any way?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's like actually my first exposure to Transformers was with the 1986 animated movie. Like I'd never even seen the show before I saw
the one
movie.
where the Optimus Prime dies and all my guy friends burst into tears.
Yeah, and then we get Rodimus Prime.
Right. Okay, so we found 3 of those pods' coordinates. There it is over there.
And there are 5.
So you're supposed to use these coordinates to figure out when to be inside each pod.
Oh god. That's actually painful.
This puzzle took people a while to figure out.
I can imagine. So, okay. So the witness again. Going back to last video. Like one of the reasons. So, I'm not poorly documented as being a non-fan of Jonathan Blow.
Right.
Hey, we can actually see sort of.
This pod borked.
Yeah, I can tell. This is the one that was like pitch black last time we were in here, right?
Yes.
So we found. Well, at least we got the flashing light fixed. And we are underwater.
Yeah, this is supposed to be an underwater pod.
And it
deep sea, but it's kind of borked.
Was not protected from the pressure, apparently.
We did not succeed.
No.
This is an incredibly annoying one to wait in.
I can imagine. Yeah, I'm not a fan of John Blow. Because, like, there's just something about it. He makes me think of what would happen if Peter Molyneux was fused with Peter Moore. And oh geez, taking a picture of that one. Oh god, no, you didn't get a good picture there.
Trying again.
For anyone who doesn't know those names, Peter Molyneux is of course the developer of really old games like Syndicate, Populous. Then he also did like Black and White, and he was responsible for Fable.
And like he chose the word responsible.
I liked Fable. I never played Fable 2 or 3, really. I actually own Fable 2, but I haven't played much of it. But yeah, and then after like 2005, it's weird. He's not. He has a history of talking up his games and then failing to deliver on them. And then Peter Moore is, or was, like one of the big head honchos for EA. And people should know that EA is not a very nice company.
You're so charitable.
Yeah, but it's like... So what I mean by, like, I feel like Jonathan Blow comes across to me as if Peter Molyneux fused with Peter Moore. It's like everything he says is like, comes across to me as he's like talking up himself and his games as though they're like the next coming of the gaming renaissance, and he's going to single-handedly fix the entire gaming industry.
That's because it is what he's saying, because he's a jerk.
Exactly. It's like everything I read and everything I hear him say is like just makes him come across like this massively pretentious little twit. And it's like I can't entirely fault him, like 100%, because as much as I don't like it, Braid is a functional,
quite
game.
Good.
Yeah, it's a functional, well-made game. It's just definitely not my type of game, and I find it incredibly tedious and boring.
I loved it. So of course there's their differences again.
Exactly. But I was reading up on, The Witness, and it's like even just the Wikipedia page for it made me
you upset?
Angry. Like it made me angry because really early on in the page, it's there's this quote. The final game has more than 650 puzzles, which Jonathan Blow estimates will take the average player about 80 hours to solve. The puzzles include one that Blow believes that less than 1% of players will be able to solve. And
no, see, that's him being self-aware of the fact that most people are going to just give up.
Well, I read that as him being like this massively pompous jerk about how good his game is and like how smart he is and how he's gonna be totally able to break the entire internet and be like, oh, none of you are ever gonna figure this out. And I'm just like, I want you to shut up. Because it makes me mad. And
calm your breasts, sir.
Well, and it was like I pointed this out, and I was like, I said, this is probably innocuous, and if it came from any other developer, I, most likely would not take it the same way. But because it comes from him, it's like it's the same way I would take it, like if it were coming out of like Phil Fish or something,
right?
Where it just comes across like they think they're better than everybody else, and that's what annoys me, and that's also one of the reasons why that's one of the irrational reasons why I have no interest in The Witness.
Aww. I'm excited because it's a line drawing puzzle game in a really pretty Mystish area, and I like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of the first things they say on The Witness is that it's inspired by Myst. So it's like pretty much perfect for you.
Boom, got my attention.
Yeah, inspired by Myst and made by the person who made Braid. So
yep. See, up my alley.
It's right up your alley.
And it's on PC, and I'm like, oh my gosh! As soon as I have, come spring break, hope Mom doesn't see this. I hope Mom doesn't end up coming out here, so I have just a week to do nothing and just play The Witness.
Well, what you should do, just to annoy me, is record it.
Warning, I might.
I would be down for that. Like, I will say that. Like, as much as I don't care about playing it myself,
it's an indie game. I think my laptop could even handle recording it.
Well, I don't know. I haven't actually seen anything about like what the system requirements or anything are for it, because it's supposedly a really like good looking game as well. So
but it's in style. I've looked at it. It doesn't look that complex in terms of style. All right, so you want to see me break the game?
Sure. What are we doing? How are we?
I don't want to jump down the pit and start over.
So we're just gonna go rock climbing.
Exactly.
Very close. Oh, come on, we can do it. We can do it. I believe.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. Yeah.
Everything's
fine. Was that actually faster?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Quite faster.
But yeah, I would be down for like doing an LP of The Witness like this, because I
plan to.
I would probably be too frustrated by it to play it myself, but that doesn't mean I don't have an interest in seeing it. And like if I actually see,
I will have to heavily edit though, because I if he thinks less than 1% of people can solve the puzzle, I'm sure I can, but it will take me a bit of time.
it does say that about a single puzzle though, and apparently not unlike, I guess, this game or I don't know, but apparently you don't have to solve like all the puzzles in the game to get to the end. Like you just.
But that's not why I play.
Well, exactly. Hey, I mean, if you want to have,
I'm not allowed to say that because I have no intention of finishing the Eater, Tsogl, and Dellen puzzles because I don't want to get 8 people.
If you want to do an 80 episode LP of The Witness, you're gonna have to find the time for it first of all. But you know,
spring break, I just never stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Just spend like 2
it
weeks
will
recording.
Not take.
Like not just.
It will.
Don't only stopping to eat and sleep.
It will not take 80 hours. Like I don't care what he says. It will not take me 80 hours. It'll take me maybe 30.
If it actually has 650 puzzles, you know,
but like the first one, you draw a line across the screen. Like I took a look at a review, and it's like literally long line drawings on screen, and you just have to follow whatever rule set he set up for that particular puzzle. And he doesn't tell you what it is. You have to examine your surroundings to figure it out.
Apparently, the way that the whole game works is that like different sections of the world have different thematic puzzles.
So, like Braid.
Maybe, I don't know. I did not actually get very far in Braid before I was like, meh, I'm bored.
Yeah, like for example, like the first one's just normal time reversal. Then like the next one introduces objects that are immune to time reversal, and then there's another one that you just move right, time moves forward, move left, time moves backwards. It's that kind of theme per world thing.
I don't think there's this. I could be wrong, because maybe it's the line drawing stuff, but I don't think there's like a puzzle, like a main central puzzle gimmick to The Witness. But then I've looked into it far less than other people assuredly
I messed
have.
that up.
Good.
I meant to do this.
That was okay. What was the difference? How did we?
I didn't want to go into the book. I didn't want to go into the book. I wanted to put my hand in the thing next to it so the link would go to my Nexus. Sure, Mr. Peabody. There will be a bonus video, by the way, about 3 minutes long, no commentary, of me reading every single book in that room.
Oh God!
For the curious ones of us.
That's gonna get like 1 view.
It's just that one guy who wants to know everything about every last single king of Dunny.
Yeah.
No, all of them. It's like
I'm
reading the books of Kings and Chronicles in the Bible.
I'm sure that there will be one person who's interested in the actual like lore of these games, because you know that's part of what makes the game so interesting, I guess. Shane, you're just having a real bad day, aren't you? A year ago, he was having a real bad time, and he was just trying to talk to and look, your favorite video game character is in the age as well. We got Lara Croft over there.
Oh my gosh,
Lara Croft, I should say. Sorry, excuse me.
I'm so glad that I played this game.
Yeah, you were
I knew
playing.
there's a reason I played.
You were literally playing at the same time as the protagonist from Tomb Raider. Like, how many people can say that, you know?
Oh my gosh. And the thing is, the closer they are to the top of that list, the closer they are to me. I closed it.
We're never actually going to run across Lara Croft, are we?
I don't know, lol. This was a year ago. I have no idea. We might. She's getting close to the top of the list.
I'm going to say probably not. Maybe
she might be in the historic library that I'm going to.
Maybe I should just edit in the character model from like one of the early Tomb Raider games. No, wait.
Do it.
What's the Tomb Raider game that you don't like?
It's the one that looks like this, Angel of Darkness. Like it's about the same graphical quality as this, so do it.
I'm gonna find a GIF or something of Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, and I'm gonna edit it into this video.
Choose the gif of her diving off a surface and hitting the ground and just like dying in the worst ragdoll in history. The worst ragdoll of history. It's astounding.
And of course, what's going to happen is that this GIF is going to pop up on screen before we're actually talking about all of this. So people are just going to be watching this video and be like, what? Why is there what? And then finally they're going to get the context for it. Like, yeah, 2 minutes later, they're going to finally understand what that one-note joke was. That was so worth the extra, like, 10 minutes of editing time.
Do it. I have faith in your abilities. Do it.
Alright, where are we headed? Are we just linking everything right now?
I'm adding these links because that means I can come back to this spot without having to run all the way here. Yep.
Oh god.
I can hear you, so it's fine. Hi everyone, we're having a Skype technical problem. Everything is fine. Just pretend...
I can finally hear you again, by the way.
Excellent. So what I was trying to say is I'm making all these links so I don't have to... I am robot. IR robot.
I would like to point out for everyone else is gonna I'm not gonna fix any of this. By the way,
good.
But everyone else is going to hear perfectly what's going on both sides of this. They're not going to know that what just happened was that.
No, I already told them. It's fine. We have Skype problems.
Yeah, he's entirely cutting out right now. Can't hear a darned thing.
But I have 5 bars on my internet.
You,
He didn't hear that.
I heard something about bars.
Yeah, I'm alive. 5 bars on my internet.
Oh, there we go. Now you're not a robot.
5 bars on my
good.
internet.
It's fine.
Okay.
You gotta tune up. You gotta tune up, and we're okay.
So what I was trying to say about 3 minutes ago is I'm making all those...
It wouldn't be a classic Dave and Spencer LP if it didn't have technical problems, though. You know.
Obviously. I'm trying to get all those links so that I don't have to run back here like every single time.
Sure. Can we warp to like after we link
wherever
them? We can just warp to any of them.
Yes.
Okay. I don't.
Which will come in handy a bit later.
Are they gonna? Do they add pages to a book we already have, or do they add new books?
They add like links to my Nexus, which is that big spinning room full of books.
Okay, yeah, the like machinery room.
This will make you mad later, and I can't wait for when it happens.
That was a lot of numbers.
That book that I was looking at right there. It's gonna make you so angry.
Wannabe castles.
Wannabe castles. So that age right there that we're probably gonna go throw ourselves into in a moment.
Yes.
Is actually literally a board game world for people to play in. It has no purpose beyond that.
Did they like make rules for a board game and everything?
No. You make them. It's literally just a world with a movable floor, some random shapes you can warp in, and an optional barrier around the thing so that you don't fall off if you don't want.
So it's like Tabletop Simulator 10 years before Tabletop Simulator was made.
And also less useful.
Well, I mean, obviously, but that's...
But yeah, it is Tabletop Simulator, the Myst version. And it's actually really cool, and I love it.
Interesting. How much time are we actually going to spend in there, considering how antisocial we're being?
Oh, literally about 2 minutes.
Fantastic.
Oh, gee. I think that's Lara Croft.
It looks like Lara Croft.
I think it actually is Lara Croft. Please tell me it's Lara Croft.
We're not going to look at the players, but she's dressed like Lara Croft.
Lagging.
Oh,
come on.
Are we gonna
disappeared.
follow?
I should have checked who it was. It was probably Lara
We're gonna
Croft.
follow though. It's okay.
Well, no, we link into our own instance.
Our canon now is that's Lara Croft. Doesn't matter if doesn't matter if she was or not. That's canon.
Chasing Lara Croft, the game.